Without further ado, very importantly, our first speaker, Dr. Ganesan Naidu, orthopedic surgeon from Parkway East Hospital, Singapore, is here to talk about how you can tackle back and joint pain during your travels. Dr. Ganesan will also provide strategies on help you travel comfortably and pain-free. So ladies and gentlemen, join us as we invite Dr. Ganesan for him to share on how you can discover strategies to help you enjoy your travels. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ganesan Naidu.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us in this webinar. As you're enjoying your lunch, I'll just go through a short PowerPoint presentation about how we can help to alleviate problems, musculoskeletal problems during your travel this holiday season. And that's my topic, holiday travel woes, injuries to the joints and pain. So first of all, let me congratulate you on a well-deserved getaway. No matter where you go, be it urban cities or rural landscapes, maybe even a winter wonderland holiday and the beaches, there are times when you will face problems in terms of your musculoskeletal makeup. In the cities, you're going to encounter a lot of steps, a lot of walking, a lot of standing, and maybe even cobblestones in Europe. And these can cause problems to your ankle, your knees, as time goes on during your holiday. Or you may want to go to a more rustic region, such as forests, even a farm to take your kids. And over here you have a lot of unknowns, especially when you go hiking. You can have a lot of stones that you can injure yourself, and sports. And of course, if you do bungee jumping, that's another story altogether. And of course, you can go to a winter wonderland, you can go skiing, and these have stresses on your knees and your hips, or the younger people may want to go snowboarding. And of course, you can have an unlikely or unknown fall in the sidewalks, icy sidewalks, and some people like to try skating. All these can cause injuries during your travel. And what can be injured? It can be all the way, any region in your body. It can be from the neck, the shoulder, the lower back, and you're carrying heavy baggage, knee ligaments, injuries, when you're doing things like skiing, ankle injuries, sprains and fractures when you're hiking, and of course foot injuries, and even stress fractures because of the long walks and standing. I'd just like to go through very shortly how you can prevent this from happening, and very importance of having good footwear, appropriate footwear, and treatment of some common first aid treatment injuries. Of course, before you go on a holiday, you have to know where you go. So if you're going to go for long walks and trekking, you have to prepare yourself at least a few weeks before. And you can go to the gym, you can do the treadmill if you're not used to it. In terms of heavy baggage, I advise you not to pack too many things into one bag and to divide it so that you don't get injured when you carry your baggage, especially putting it from your trolley onto the weighing machine. And on board the flight, you can get problems with your neck because long flights, 12, 14 hours when you're sleeping and you wake up, you will find you have a lot of neck strain. Footwear is very important. And the footwear that you use depends on the type of activities that you want to do. So for example, if you're going walking in the cities, you have to wear walking shoes. This is very different from going hiking. And on the left, you can see those are hiking shoes. They have high cut. They go all the way above the ankle. And the soles are harder. And they prevent slipping from side to side. Because that's what happens when you go hiking. And if you're going into icy sidewalks, you have to get shoes with little spikes in the bottom. Those are snowshoes. So, and also they're waterproof. So it depends on where you're going. I recommend you to get the proper footwear. And of course, I must tell you, don't avoid tight shoes. If you're going to buy shoes, you buy it at least a few weeks before you go onto your trip so that you wear them in. If you do get injuries, I advise you to bring along medication, pain medication that you have. You may have diclofenac or ibuprofen to pack it together with your luggage. Ointments you can use in the uneventful case that you do get an injury to your joints. Taping of ankles or knees is also for prevention as well as for treatment. And you can get recommendations how to do the taping by just YouTube, on the YouTube videos. Ankle guards and knee guards, these can be purchased in any country you go, I'm sure, in any pharmacy if you do need it. And consult a local doctor if you think that the injury is more severe than you think it'll be. And last of all, the first aid treatment for any injuries, musculoskeletal injuries, is something called RICE, which is rest, to cold compress it, to put some sort of compression onto the injured joint, and to elevate it to prevent some swelling. So that brings me to the end of my small short presentation, and I'd like to hand you over to James again so that he can introduce the next speaker. Thank you.